Okay. So I've wanted us to have this conversation for the longest time. We're having it on a beautiful day. And yes, I have to toast to you. Is your tea in there? Pour a little bit.
Let me just pour a little bit more.
One of the weirdest things. A very well put together queen that shows up and sings to heal other people. I'm speaking now as the audience, the people that watch you daily. You were this very well put together being. Where's this tired of being depressed, tired of crying thing coming from? When did you ever cry?
Oh, I cried. I cried for years. I cried for years. And I would, perhaps because I'm an actress, I would deliberately, especially going into public spaces, get into character to say everything is okay. Because I was just too scared for people to see the real me and what I was going through. Which I think was unfair. Because everyone goes through. Life happens to everyone.
Were you ever ashamed of being depressed?
I was ashamed. I did not want the stigma. I did not want people to know that I was depressed. I did not want people to know or to see my anxiety in public. So I opted to be perfect Patty. Everything was just perfect in my life. Until I think it got to a point where, it took a toll on my body, my health, even my voice, by the way. Because many years ago, when I could no longer sing, the doctor said, there's absolutely nothing wrong with your vocal cords, but it's as if your brain cannot register that you are a singer. So, paid a lot of money going to the oncologists, etc., etc. And at first I thought, you know what, it's just one of those things, I'll be okay. So, I've been depressed, and I will say, and singing in church sometimes, you find people crying, people weeping, and you think, oh wow, the Holy Spirit has taken over. But sometimes what people don't understand is that those people are weeping because they're crying, and sometimes it's important to get the preaching, etc., etc., but you also need professional help. Professional help assists you to get out of it, to know how to deal with it when it happens. And you need professionals to do that. Can you imagine my life? My mother.
Your mother is a psychologist.
She's a
we need
psychologist.
to talk about that. So you're a child of a psychologist.
Oh, yes, I am.
So how dare you be depressed? Your mother is everybody's shrink.
I was even hiding it from her. I was even hiding it from her because I thought, can you imagine mom coming from wherever, coming back home, and dealing with this?
Also, you're not her patient. You're her child.
Exactly. And I was even scared to go to some psychologists because I thought, I hope they don't call my mom and say, we were with your daughter, you know? But like you're saying, going back to the church factor, that you can't just pray depression away, right? And having said that, I know people say, God instantly heals you, you know, you can break.
There's nothing too hard for God. I remember this.
In my space, not wanting to get up. Oh, by the way, it starts the night before. Taking meds because, you know, you are, your body is just, you're tense, you are stressed, you know, or you go to spas, it just doesn't help.
You go to spas a lot.
I just love spas. I actually think I'm just obsessed with it. But at that time in particular, there was a time where I'd have to go to a spa like 3 times a week.
For massages?
For massages.
And you would call and you say, my knots are too big.
My knots are too big.
And the lady at this Thai place said she can't do anything.
Yeah, she says, too big, you know.
I remember that.
Yes. So because you are in pain, you take something that is strong, over-the-counter medication, you know, because you are in pain and you want to feel better. You wake up tired. You don't want to wake up dark curtains. You don't want to speak to people. You don't want to go to public spaces. You don't honor appointments. You are just not prepared. If you have an audition, you are just not ready. You're literally just dragging yourself there because, oh my goodness, what's my agent gonna say? You're
not going there for you.
You're not going there for you. With the singing, you're just not on point, and it's like, we need to pay bills, but look, I'm not feeling this. I just have to do it. That's on a bad day, right? On a good day, you can sort of wake up. I'm an emotional eater, you know that. On a bad day, I cook a storm.
And you'll eat magwinya even when you know you're gluten intolerant.
Gluten intolerant, yes. But I've learned to, I know the signs.
Yeah.
I know the signs, and like I say to people, if you have to take meds, take meds. There's nothing
Do you
wrong.
take meds? Did you?
There.
Because as we go along, we must sing. Because when you're getting too deep, you must sing so that I don't cry, so that I can keep you in the conversation. Could you go back to that? Because very early on during this stage of your career, if you were singing, hush, don't worry yourself with people who are talking about you, who are talking ill of you. Do not repay their bad deeds with more bad deeds. That was early on. And you were well when you were singing such.
Of course, it was well.
When you are in the throngs of depression, are you able to pick up the microphone and sing that song and be okay? Does it hit you at a place where you don't want it to hit you?
I had a tendency of wailing in particular while singing that song, where right at the end I'll be like, because they know lyrics. And for me it was like, okay, I sang it for you, but this time I don't want you to know what's going on, but I'm doing it for
Bring
me.
it back to me.
I'm bringing it back.
Did you do that in Nyarara?
Oh, Nyarara was deep. Nyarara was like, I'm ready to tell.
It's like the one I'm celebrating your Nyarara with today.
Help comes in many different ways. I am not a professional psychologist, for example. But through the Nyarara Foundation, yes, we have been speaking to a couple of people who are coming on board, and we're going to embark on, and not only here at home, because as you know, the name is in Shona.
Yes.
Right. We are thinking of Africa, right? Because, and to also assist people, the stigma that we were talking about, right? To assist societies to say this is how you deal with somebody who's going through depression and anxiety. Faith is important. Faith is important. And I still say it's also important for you to be knowledgeable about the sickness so that you are able to do what? To get better help, right? Now, because I know some people now are going to say, are you saying we shouldn't cast depression away? While you're casting depression away, people need to be well equipped to know how to deal with the day-to-day basis. And after casting it, how do they move forward? That's what I'm saying. It's like if you go to a hospital and you get an operation, they give you medication, they give you pills, they say, you take these 3 times a day. Oh my goodness, these sweets, Lord help me. They tell you, you need to take your medication 3 times a day. If you do not take it, you will not be fine. That's what I'm saying. You see? Yes. So that's what we're trying to achieve, to assist people.
Okay.
I'm not saying we will do everything, but we'll do something. It's a drop in the ocean, but it's worth it. He then said to me, why don't we do 2? And I was like, oh, okay. This is quite interesting. We ended up doing 4, all in all.
Did you release all 4?
No, we did not. And I don't even want to release the others, to be honest.
We won't let you.
Maybe later, but not now. I mean, you know personally that Nyarara itself, I called. I said, I don't want to do this. I don't want to release this track anymore. I'm okay.
He did Nyarara without you.
We did it together.
Together.
Yes.
And then
I
this bit that was going to go into a recorded song. What was that process?
So we extracted Nyarara, and then I gave them the beautiful message.
Okay.
Yes.
You extracted from the live
Yes.
performances that you did together. Okay. Why did you choose Nyarara out of the 4?
I don't just sing anymore. I'm not excited about just opening my mouth and talking. But